Starting position number 9 from Kindy, Michigan in the 09 is Matt Morosky. From Lake City, Michigan in the 27, 8-time track champion Eric Spangler. In the 06 from Houghton Lake is Josh Hendershot. From Lake, Michigan in the 07, it's the Kung Fu Panda Riley Knoll. Starting 13th from Interlochen in the 00, it's Rob Lewis. And green flag waves are underway. Rounding out your field, Dan Hersey, Alan Markle, Steve Neuenhuis, Jerry Kent, and Cody Bauer once again unable to answer the call. In lap number 1, going to the point is Dona Marcoullier in this 40-lap feature. Once again, all-star performance, Challenge Series late models. Marcoullier to the point from the outside of row number 1. Bill Bray comes through second, Brandon Thurlby third. Stemler's made the pass on Thurlby for that third spot. Here comes the Coleman Comet. Roberts as he slides over the berm. Roberts, 3 wheels back onto the track. He's on his tricycle for a moment. He lost a spot or two to Goki and Spangler, but he's back on the racetrack. Meanwhile, out front, Travis Stemler goes to work trying to find his way around the 94 of Bill Bray. All of that happening about 1 1/4 seconds behind the 06 of Dona Marcoullier. Goki and Thurlby side by side. Stemler makes his move on Bray. Here he's down to the bottom of the racetrack. Little contact between them. They will stay side by side at the line. Stemler with a slider. Hanging on, holding his position for the time being is Bray, and Stemler takes it away. Marcoulier's caught the tail of the field in the X3. It's Dan Wallace. He'll be the first to go a lap down. Stemler looking to close the gap up front. Meanwhile, back there for the 4th position, as the 2 Buckley, Michigan drivers and good friends, Brandon Thurlby and Greg Goki, do battle. Eric Spangler rounds out your top 6. Roberts trying to recover from that mistake when he rolled off the racetrack in turn number 4. Runs 7th, Riley Knoll 8th, Morosky 9th. Hendershot rounds out your top 10. Here comes Marcoullier, he'll go around Neuenhuis and Jerry Kent. Also put a lap down, putting a couple cars between he and Travis Stemler. This time by will be a 1/4 of the way there. 10 in, 30 to go. As Stemler splits the difference, threads the needle, he'll try to get by Wallace on the inside as he makes his way past Cowboy on the high side. But look out as he's pulled up to within a second of Dona Marcoullier. Dona's got a couple cars in front of him in Markle and Dan Hersey. Both running different lines, so Dona's gonna have to get creative to find his way by. May open a window for Stemler. Marcoullier dives it down to the bottom underneath Hersey. Can't make it stick that time by. Here is the 4 right up underneath this deck lid of Travis Stemler. Stemler to the bottom, challenge for the lead. Lap number 13 is the lucky lap for Travis Stemler. He'll go to the point. Marcoullier trying to cross over. There's a car between them, and Hersey and Marcoullier gets the lead back. Marcoullier now knows what he's dealing with Travis Stemler. He is there. 1 more lapper to go before a little bit of green racetrack. It's Robert Lewis. Stemler slides it down to the bottom. He'll try to do it again. Marcoullier has to check up for Lewis. New leader is Travis Stemler. Marcoullier falls to position number 2. Stemler and Marcoullier will have some clean racetrack to go before they get up to Josh Hendershot, the next car. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Greg Goki has worked his way all the way up to 3rd as well. 4th now as he slides behind Bill Bray. Goki to 4th, Thurlby to 5th, Spangler 6th, Roberts 7th. Roberts pulls up, he slides underneath the deck lid of Spangler. back for that 7th spot as we're all intermingled with the lap cars except for the top 2 of Stemler and Marcoulier. Goki will slide down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll make his way by Bray for 3rd. Can he reel in those top 2? He's got a lot of work to do and 21 laps to do it. Out of turn 4, Stemler still with a couple laps of green racetrack before he catches the next lap car, which will be Hendershot. And we've got one slow on the front stretch right here underneath the flag stand. It's the 11 of Rob Lewis. And we'll go back to green flag racing. Stemler will lead us to the green. 20 in, 20 to go. A perfect break at the halfway point. And he fires off a 4, we're underway. 10 cars on the lead lap, 20 laps left. Good run for Goki there on the bottom. Marcoulier had a little trouble on the high side. He will, for the time being, give up position number 2. Stemler leads lap 21. Brandon Thurlby goes to work on Bray on the bottom of the racetrack. That'll take away the 4th spot from Bill Bray. As Goki working the bottom side of the racetrack, Stemler a lane or 2 higher. Side by side for 3rd now is Thurlby and Marcoulier. Goki shows Stemler the nose, lets him know he's there. Down the backstretch they go. Goki still working on that bottom line. Stemler about a half lane up. Bill Bray's fallen back to 5th behind Marcoulier. Riley Knoll and Eric Spangler go side by side for 6th. Knoll slides by Spangler, takes the spot away for the time being. It's the first real side-by-side battle on the racetrack as your top 5 are pretty much single file. Speaking of top 5, Knoll and Spangler both pull up on the rear deck lid of Bill Bray. For that 5th spot as your top 4 have broken away a little bit from the rest of the field. Looks like we'll lose West Branch's Alan Markle to the pits with 13 to go. Goki tries to reel in Stemler as he puts Jerry Kent another lap down. Goki dives it down to the bottom. He had a good run down the backstretch. Here they come out of turn number 4. Goki gets to the quarter panel. They're side by side. Can Goki get a run down the backstretch? It's a drag race into 3 and 4. Will we see a new leader? Out of turn number 4. By a nose of the race car, it's Greg Goki, 41 thousandths of a second. Brandon Thurlby taking advantage of this opportunity. These 2 run side by side. Thurlby now sticks his nose into the race. Goki once again, that time by 1/10. And he will slide up in front of the 4. Crossover move here by Stemler. He's gonna find Neuenhuis is in his way. And Brandon Thurlby will dive down to the bottom. Now we've got 3 cars for that top spot. Goki will slide by Neuenhuis on the top side, put him another lap down. Cowboy holds his line down to the bottom of the racetrack as Thurlby takes the 2nd spot away. Marcoulier looks to battle back now on Stemler, who took the lead away from him. That battle is for 3rd. Goki continues out front, 6 to go, 34 in, 6 to go. Does Brandon Thurlby have anything for Greg Goki as we see our 3rd lead change of the race? Riley Knoll has moved up to the 5th position, Eric Spangler to 6th. Thurlby's got a good run down the backstretch. He's got 4.5 laps to get it done. Thurlby on the bottom. Nose of the race car is even with Thirlby's door panel. Here they come off of 4 as Goki protects the bottom. 3 to go. Setting up to be a big finish as they slide by Jerry Kent. Should have 2, maybe 3 laps of unencumbered racing with the lap car of Murawski, quite a bit in front. Stemler won the battle with Marcoulier for 3rd. He's going to try to get himself into the mix. White flag, this time by for Greg Goki. Brandon Thirlby right behind him. One more time around Merritt Speedway. Here they come off of turn 4. Your winner from Buckley, Michigan in the 50, it's Greg Goki. 2nd goes Thirlby, 3rd Stemler, 4th Marcoulier, and rounding out your top 5, it's Riley Knoll. 6th to Spangler, 7th to Bray, 8th to Hendershot. Curtis Roberts finished 9th, and Matt Murawski crosses the line in 10th.